There's no better sign that spring has sprung than the return of baseball. The crack of the bat, the mouth-watering scent of hot dogs and beer. What's not to love? Well, I'm kind of conflicted if I should go down to the old ballpark this season, given that baseball is also apparently a symbol of white privilege. I reference remarks that were made last year by Adam Jones, the all-star center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles. Jones was asked why neither he nor any other black baseball player had followed the lead of San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin "Cuckoo" Kaepernick, who routinely knelt during the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner to protest alleged police brutality against minorities. And Jones responded with the following, quote, "Baseball is a white man's sport," end quote. Gee, that's odd. I thought the color barrier in baseball was broken by Jackie Robinson in 1947. And not to be outdone, ESPN columnist Howard Bryant chimed in noting, quote, "Baseball is a white man's game and is so by the specific design of the people who run it," end quote. Now, Bryant seems to be implying that Major League Baseball, which is 30% Latino and openly welcomes players of all colors from the world over, is somehow racist toward black Americans. Granted, it is factually true that the number of blacks in baseball has declined over the years. According to a study released by the Society for American Baseball Research, in 1986, blacks represented 18.3% of Major League Baseball players. Last season, that number had plunged to just 8%. But is it really anti-black racism that's driving this downward spiral? I highly doubt that the owners of Major League Baseball teams are actually closeted members of the KKK. I say this because regardless of the game, owners of professional sports teams love two things. One, making money, and 1A, winning championships. And the way to engineer a money-making championship franchise is to stock that team with the best of the best, regardless of race, religion, or nationality. So could it be that elite black athletes are simply drawn more to the NBA and the NFL these days? Are those leagues now seen as perhaps more hip in the eyes of black athletes? I don't know, but it seems plausible. And just check out the racial makeup of the NBA. It's 70% black. Now, given that blacks comprise about 13% of the US population, their presence in the NBA is nearly 6 times the rate of the general populace. So if one were to employ the logic of Adam Jones, these numbers indicate that the NBA is being racist toward Caucasians, even though we all know white men can't jump. Oh, and speaking of Mr. Jones, in 2012, he signed a 6-year contract extension with the Orioles for $85.5 million US. Oh yeah, old man Whitey sure screwed him over, didn't he now? For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw? Then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.